What's up, guys? Today I want to answer some questions about the LG V60, V50, and V40 that I've been getting. So first off, I had one question. A few people asking me that they got the V50 for 500, and some person said even 550. That is not a good deal for the V50, not the V50, but the V60 at all. The V60 right now has come down a whole bunch in price. So if we actually just pull up, just checking in real time, go to Amazon. If you look at the V60, it's trending at $419, not for a refurbished one, but for a brand new one. So how you got to pay 500 or even 550 blows my mind. Maybe they got the prices jacked up on eBay here. Let me check it. So I'm not sure how that happened. Yeah, this is brand new 400 and then 312 on eBay for refurbished. But again, be mindful of the refurbished products on eBay, because like I said, I've had, kind of like iffy experiences with that, because sometimes I get phones with like screen burns or deep scratches. So make sure you actually read, because the sellers, they get kind of a little deceitful on there or whatever. So I've usually had 100% good times on Amazon. Alright, so to answer the question about should you get the V40, so I don't recommend getting the V40 because of the price right now and how cheap the V60 and V50 are. And plus, if you pay attention to what LG said about their updates, so these phones, the V60 and V50, you can use for the next 2 to 3 years. So LG is going to support them, as you can see. And just to read it again, I already made this video, but just to go over it again, this means the LG G8 series, the V50, V40, and the LG Velvet and LG Wing are all in line for up to Android 13. So phones that launch with Android 10 pretty much. And then you have the Stylo 6 and the K series phones. I'm going to keep it 100% with y'all. I think the only phones that are going to get Android 13 are the last phones that LG released. So that would mean the LG V60, the Velvet, and then the Wing. The V50, I probably will never see Android 13, but again, this is me being pessimistic. And then the V40, it just wasn't on the list, so it's not getting it at all. So that's why I would take the V40 out of the equation. If you already have a V40, then you might want to consider selling. Only the phones that are relevant these days are going to be the V60, V50, the G series. Basically all the phones that they said they were going to update. But to me, just to be on the safer side, I would pick the LG V60 here, because I feel like it's got the stronger processor, right? Snapdragon 865, and it was the last phone, some of the last phones that LG released. And I feel like this phone is going to be supported along with their latest phones like the Wing and the Velvet, because it's the most powerful. In 3 years from now, it'll still be extremely fast. So I definitely would think about it. If you deciding on which one to get between the V50, I would save up that money and get the V60. I just think it's an overall better buy. Spec wise, the V50 doesn't really have anything over the V60. It does have a 1440p display, but the display on here is still an OLED and still a really nice looking display, as we can see. And it still has the dual screen case capability on here. The quad DAC is on here, which that is one of the reasons why I still keep this phone. So I was asked that question, why am I still keeping the phone? Also to touch on the V40, if you look at the prices are still really crazy on this phone. So just watch this. So we type in LG V40, and then for a new V40, we can get for $318, and then a refurbished one $218. That's way too close to the V50, right? So that's why I said you just skip the V50 all together, because $260 for the V50, and then a brand new V50 is $400. But this is a Sprint version, so the 5G doesn't even work. So it's $400 for almost the same price as the new V60. So that doesn't make sense. This is why I'm saying your V60 is the best bet. If you own a V60, I would just upgrade right now, or in a year or so. But yeah, the V40 is out of the equation. It's not getting the updates, plus the price is jacked up. So I would not consider it at all. Another question I got is, can I use the V60 as a gaming device? And 100%, this phone still has a Snapdragon 865 and 8 gigs of RAM. It's still geared towards power users. So it's got that dual screen display. So it's built towards power users. It's built for multitasking, and it's built for, you know, sort of like gaming with a dual screen if you really are serious about that. Yeah, so it's perfectly fine for that. I think the only downside with the V60 is it doesn't have any type of high refresh rate, which I think was really needed on the phone, but it has excellent battery life and replacement for that. So that is one thing as well. The trade-off with the high refresh rate is the battery life on here is excellent. It's literally around 9 to 10 hours of screen on time for any type of light user. So that is really awesome. So yeah, so I think the V60 is still a great gaming device. So out of all of the devices, I would highly recommend you just get the V60 if you really want an LG device, because you gotta have that quad DAC, or you just really like LG devices. Cameras are still great. Everything is still great about this phone, and plus LG is still going to support it. And what's super interesting about the whole update situation on Android, the whole Android update situation has always been kind of iffy to me, because phones that could run Android 10 never got it. So if you guys remember the Galaxy Note, remember that phone did not get the Android 10 update, and I was shocked because it was a Samsung. It's obviously a Samsung phone, so I thought they would support it. The S8, two very capable phones, did not get the Android 10 update. Now, yeah, they have developers that will offload it, you know, when you have a developer community, but that phone came out in 2017. Guess what other phone came out in 2017? The iPhone 10, which has a way better life cycle. So that's why I said Android always has been annoying, because it's fragmented. You have a ton of devices, and manufacturers really don't want to support the devices. But I feel like that's another video. But as you see, 2017, the iPhone 10 100% will be able to run not only it's running iOS 14, but it'll be able to run iOS 15 as well. So that's one thing that I've always really liked about iPhones, is the whole update situation with Android in general, because the V40 should get Android 11 and 12 and 13, but it's not, because that's just how the Android world is. So what do you guys think? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.